Shalom. Call Halam La Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai Bahashem, Haracha'a Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone that taught us this truth and sincerity. They steered us well and they rule well. Salutations to the hopeful elect. May the blessing of election be upon your house. This is the brother Zion Amawan coming at you with another lesson. To feed the lambs through the Holy Spirit. Haracha'a Kodash. Lord willing, this lesson is edifying and to the point. And in this lesson, we are going to get into don't be stupid for your kids. All right? Don't be stupid for your kids. Okay? And you got a lot of parents out here. All right? If the shoe fits, wear it. There's a lot of parents out here that are stupid for their kids. They'll go broke. They'll just let the kids do whatever. They run the house and all, it's like you even see how these kids talk to their parents, man. They don't be respecting them. They always talk to them like they crazy, in public. And what these damn parents do, nothing. Because there's laws set against whooping your child, but the scriptures go into, whooping your child, man, right here, Sirach 30:1. He that loveth his son causeth him oft to feel the rod, that he may have joy of him in the end. You see, you got to chastise your kid. You got to whoop your child. You got to beat them on both sides, man, while they young, But you got a lot of these 6-year-olds, 7-year-olds, they using profane speech, they using foul speech. And, what I'm saying? I mean, a child shouldn't be using foul speech. All right. Point blank period. It's just sound disrespectful because it is disrespectful from foul speech coming from a child's mouth. But these parents, they be letting their children, rap, using, so-called cuss words, the 4-letter words. And these kids be using it like, and, Eve think that shit funny. They laugh with their kid. They think that shit funny. You got these little nigga nuggets throwing up middle fingers and, he just play too much. No, he just bad as hell. The parents condone the dumb shit. That's why don't be stupid for your kids. Because if the kid's stupid, 9 times out of 10, that parent is stupid. And a lot of these people wasn't even raised. They just grew the hell up. And they think because they clothe the child and feed the child and give the child drink and have a bed for the child and all, you just maintaining it. You just maintaining the child. What about teaching the child Yahweh Shema Shai? Training up the child in the way that they should go. Teach your child to fear the Lord. What about those skills? But you want to implement, your child can't even read or write, but they know how to throw a football. Bad as hell in school. But they say, at least he could throw a football, right? Just a big dumbass kid that they done raised. 13 years old reading 3rd grade level. Attention span is gone. They want Robux and playing the game, and they just throw a TV and a game in front of them all day, man. And they not learning nothing. They not even learning the truth. They not even learning Yahweh Shema Shai. They not even being taught to fear the Lord, man. Because a lot of these kids don't give a damn about that. Because a lot of these kids are, in fact, 2/3. You got to think about that too now. All right. Let's go to verse, let's jump down though. Let's go to verse 7. He that maketh too much of his son shall bind up his wounds. You see? That's my boy. Your little boy is a damn demon. A little YN with a Pooh Shiesty mask on and curled up black Air Force Ones, man. With a damn 30 clip. That's my boy. He just didn't let you know he was a YN. Every time you seen this little nigga, he had a damn book bag on. But really, he in them streets. And you wonder why he, you wonder why he at the police station. You see? No, not my boy. No, man, but you made too much of him when he was young and growing up. You didn't give him nothing to work for. You didn't give him no allowance. You didn't put him no chores. You know what I'm saying? You got to make these kids do chores, man. I don't even see parents make this. I'm going to clean up after my babies. Man, they old enough to clean up that room they goddamn self. What the hell? And they grow up needing a woman around. You're supposed to teach your sons to not need no woman, man. That the woman live with you. You know what I'm saying? That you don't live with her. That you have your own shit. You know? No, man, you teach your son to have his own. You teach your son to fear Yahweh Shema Shah, man. To have fear in Yahweh Shema Shah. And he that maketh too much of his son shall bind up his wounds. And a lot of them get shot up. A lot of them, man. Doing too much in them streets. And now a father got to bury his son. A mother got to bury her son. And usually it's women that's burying their sons. You know? Look at FBG Duck, his mama. She out here more ghetto than ever. With that same and loving memory shirt on, man. Man. And his bowels will be troubled at every cry. And horse not broken becometh headstrong. And a child left to himself will be willful. You see? The whole house will be in disarray. You ain't going to say nothing to the child. You know? Because the child will call the police on you now. The child will threaten the police on you. Well, I call the police. Well, you know what I'm saying? That'll be the day I go. Because you're going to get your ass whooped. You know? And if you've been looking at these videos in these damn schools, you've been seeing a lot of these students been hitting these teachers, man. You know, a whole lot of these students, man, they've been throwing the first punch on teachers now, man. I seen a video of a little YN with these damn King Von dreads looking like a damn dirty ass mop. He went and slapped his teacher up and slapped the glasses off. Telling something, yeah, and I slapped them silly ass glasses off your face. And, you know, talking shit all at the door. There's one little nigga nugget Eve. She done got her phone took because she texting. She got her phone took. And then all of a sudden she like, give me back my shit. And the teacher said no. She had the cordless little landline about to call the office. Already had the office. So I guess she was about to get kicked out the class. And then all of a sudden, she like, give me back my shit. The teacher said, hell no. And this little nigga nugget Eve swung on the teacher, man. But in that situation, that little nigga nugget Eve got beat up. Because the teacher had her head pinned on the floor and said, go get another teacher. So these children out here, man, they threw these damn teenagers out here, man, gone. They gone. Cocker thy child, and he shall make thee afraid. Right, man. Cocker is going in to spoil. You know? And a lot of these kids are spoiled. They don't deserve you know what I'm saying, a new game. They deserve a belt on that ass. And a lot of these kids is getting rewarded for shit they supposed to do. You supposed to have good grades. You supposed to keep that motherfucking room clean, little nigga. You supposed to have that done. Why do I gotta reward you for some shit you supposed to be doing? You got these kids, progress report is horrible, walking up in the house, thinking they own the damn place, and they gonna get Prince of Zamunda treatment, man. You know? And think the punishment was gonna be like what Simi got at the if you know, you know, man. You know the punishment that Simi got? These damn kids think the punishment is supposed to be like that. No, it's 23-hour lockdown, 1 hour a wreck. That's what you need. You need 23-hour lockdown, 1 hour a wreck. Point blank period. You need to be in that room with a damn dust square where the TV was at. And use that TV stand as a desk, because you're going to be a nice artist by the time this punishment is over with. You're going to be able to draw anything. And your handwriting is going to be impeccable, because you're going to be doing book reports. Yeah, put them to work. Put them to work. You know? You're going to read, you know what I'm saying? You're going to listen to this word, and you're going to be taking notes, and you're going to be tested. You know? That is what these kids need, man. All these electronics and TVs and all that is dumbing these kids down. So these kids don't need to be spoiled. They need a belt on that ass. And he shall make, Salakia, and he shall make thee afraid. Play with him, and he will bring thee to heaviness. You see? See, a lot of these parents want to be their kids' friend. You know? If you got kids, that ain't your friend. You are the parent. See, the problem is kids is having kids being raised by kids. Grandma's is 48 now. You see what I'm saying? Grandma's is 48 and 35. You see what I'm saying? Grandma's, you feel me? Grandma's ain't 90, man. Great grandmama is 90 now. You see what I'm saying? Our grandmas used to be 80, 90. Now the great grandma is 90. Come on, man. Play with him, and he will bring thee to heaviness. Man, you're going to be hurt. Because that kid going to think everything a game. And you ain't going to discipline the child because you let that child run you. You see? Laugh not with him, lest thou have sorrow with him. You hear that? So all that joking, and I mean, I'm not saying just be a hard ass all the time. You know? But especially a young man growing up. From, you know what I'm saying, from a boy trying to grow up to a man, you have to instill those harsh lessons, man. Like, a little boy need that. Them harsh lessons to think and reflect. They need that. They need that. But what the mother do? She cocker the child. She play with the child. You know? She hold on to her son tight to the point where she give that boy too much love, and that's going to destroy that boy. Too much love from his mama as a boy, too much love from his mama can destroy that little boy. There has to be the love of a man present, a father. That has to be there. Otherwise, your child is going to grow up bitchy, can't even make a decision, and highly emotional. Like you see these niggas out here crashing out because they emotional. A crash out is an emotional nigga. That's why they crashing out over how they feeling. 9 times out of 10, a man was not present. They only seen niggas spurts in their life come and go because, they mama was dealing with that nigga at that time or something. That's why they don't respect men, because they mama don't respect men. Especially these little girls out here, man. We're not even finna get on that. Because these little girls out here fast as hell. Because they bald-headed ass, goatee ass, bald-faced, bald-head fucking daddy is wrapped around their fucking finger. And they let them kids do whatever they want. How the fuck can your daughter be getting pregnant in your house? And you supposed to be the man of the house and your daughter getting pregnant in there? That's how you know that's a weak ass man. But anyway, laugh not with him, lest thou have sorrow with him, and lest thou gnash thy teeth at the end. You hear that? Give him no liberty in his youth, and wink not at his follies. You hear that? So if your child be on some dumbass shit or say something smart or all that, don't laugh at that. Whoop they ass. They gonna have to tighten up and get their shit together. And you want punishment. You got to be on their head top. Because that's how the Lord is with us. That's why he put us in slavery. That's why the Lord chastising us. So that chastisement is extended. All right? And that's nothing but love, man. Because if you don't love your child, you would just let your child do what the fuck they want to do. Until they die or get destroyed. Or the Lord zap them. You would just let them just walk down a tunnel of destruction. That ain't love. Being a great parent, being a great father, being a great mother, you're going to have to play the bad guy sometimes. See, a lot of these motherfuckers don't want to look like the bad guy in front of their babies. That's why they let them do what the fuck they want to do. You know goddamn well this child don't need no fucking chips. Mine, can I have some chips? Yeah, baby, you guys, you know damn well this little nigga just ate. You don't need no damn chips. Chips is poison anyway. You don't need it. Nope. Crying. Or they'll fold their arms and get the pouting. Oh, okay, I'll get you the chips. Sounded like Marge fucking Simpson. I go get the chips. Weak. And your child grows up thinking everything's supposed to be handed to them. And you wonder why they doing you bold. You wonder why they ain't getting no job. You wonder why they just taking and ain't contributing. You understand? Bow down his neck while he is young, and beat him on the sides while he is a child, lest he wax stubborn and be disobedient unto thee. So bring sorrow to thine heart. You hear that? So if you just let your child just do what they do, just let them grow the hell up, they ain't gonna respect you. They gonna be talking to you crazy as hell, and they might put their hands on you, man. See, a lot of these kids is killing their damn parents nowadays. You know? Over crazy shit like doing the dishes. That just happened just recently. I forgot where, but it was an article that a brother had in a group chat. It was this fucking fat ass little kid didn't want to do the dishes, so he just straight up murked his damn parents because he didn't want to do the dishes. You see what I'm saying? When you just let your kids just do what they want to do, lock them in that room and you won't. I'm talking about room look like a damn pigsty. And it smelled like a bed full of muskrats in there. And you don't say nothing to this little lazy fucker. You just he just got a damn indent on the top of his head because he playing fucking GTA 6 on a computer all day. Come on, man. You got to chastise your son, man. You know, verse 13, chastise thy son and hold him to labor. You hear that? No, man, get your fat ass off that game. Get up. When my feet hit the floor, your feet hit the floor. And I get up 4 a.m. Let's go do some yard work. Come on, let's cut this grass. And just for that, you're going to cut the neighbor's grass too, front and back. Yeah. Hold your son to labor. You hear that? Lest his lewd behavior be an offense unto thee. Right. You're going to be highly offended at his actions. You know? So Lord willing, this lesson is edifying. I want to give infinite honors, praises, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone that taught us this truth and sincerity. They steered us well and they rule well. Salutations to the hopeful elect. May the blessing of election be upon your house. We on the next one. Abaratazah. Shalom.